So guys, this is my weekly report for July 25th, and I'm actually here out on the Delta today, and I'm bass fishing with a friend of mine, Eddie, and look what we got. We caught some monster today. We probably caught over 50 fish. I've been down here for the last 3 days, and every day has been 50 to 60 fish. So these are really nice, so I'm going to turn them loose right now. Let them go and fight another day. Look at the current. So anyway, I've been down in Dill, like I said, the last 3 days. Been doing really good on bass. The biggest one we caught this week was around 7 pounds, and it's been really good. I've been doing really good in the morning on chatterbaits, and I think the key is being in the current. And I'm using a half-ounce red or orange chatterbait, imitating crawdads because that's what they're eating. And we're also punching a lot of them, flipping them, and catching some on sinkles. But it's been off the hook the last 3 days. I don't know what to tell you. You know, it's cooled off a little bit. It's windy. Today was really windy, and we had a little bit of wind this morning, and it's a little bit harder fishing, but you know, we got the job done. And I've been kokanee fishing a lot. You know, this is the first time I've been in the Delta in 3 weeks. This week on Monday, but I've been going kokanee fishing a lot, and I've been. It's kind of a weird year. I'm not grafting as many as I know I should be, because I think the water temperature, you know, in the lakes, it's all been like I've been to Union Valley, Pardee, Boulders Bar, and the water temperature is 85 to 87 degrees. It's a little bit warm, and I'm not grafting as many as I normally do. And I think what they're doing is they're hugging the bottom and the side of the canyon walls, and you have to get real close to them. You know, I was at Boulders Bar and I was banging the sides and I was getting hung up. And you're going to lose some weights unless you use those long, slender ones. But I want to show you something because a friend of mine who pours plastics and he actually sells them, has a company, his name's Keith, and he gave me these lures to try. They were designed for crappie, but let me show you. See, they're like that, and I string them up for kokanee fishing. I put them behind a Dodger. That's the company, and I'm slaying them with these things. It's just something different. You know, I put it behind a Dodger, and what I noticed that when I was at Pardee, I had to go to a smaller Dodger. And one thing about these little plastic lures that Keith makes is that you could pull the heads off like a joint, each ball. I pull it off and make it smaller. And then I was running behind a small Dodger, you know, like those little Seps Dodgers like this, and they were killing that thing. So it's just something different, and I noticed that in the clear water I had to use a smaller Dodger and a short leader, and also a short setback. When I let it out, most of the time in the morning I let one out 30 feet, and then the other one will be 10 feet behind the cable. And I can guarantee you the one that's 10 feet behind the cable is going to do more catching than the one that's out there a long ways. But that's been real good. That's what I've been doing, you know, for this last week. And other things going on out in the ocean. You know, we got this weather I've never seen so much wind. We have so much wind, and the ocean's been really rough. So getting out to go after these bluefins has been kind of difficult. I know down south, I heard there are some numbers of albacore being caught over there in Monterey. I'm not sure. You might want to look it up, but if you want to go after them, you might have to take a drive down south. But around here, it's been just too windy. As soon as things calm down, guys are biting at the dust to get out there. You know, if you're going after albacore, you want to use the Zookers, and if you're going for the bluefin, you want to use the Mad Max. The halibut fishing in the bay. Well, first of all, the rock fishing and surf fishing has been pretty decent. I had a friend of mine go out Bodega Bay when he could, and you know, 3 guys, and they were done by 9 o'clock. And they're a good grade of rockfish. I think it's because there's no pressure out there. Nobody's been going out after them. So the bottom fishing, you know, is open in the 20 fathoms, which is down to 180 feet. And, you know, it's been real good if you get out. And I know guys are catching surf perch, up and down the coast. So, that's always been good this time of the year right now. Then we're going to go in the San Francisco Bay, which is one of the hottest things going on right now is the halibut fishing. And the north bar has been the hottest outside the gate when weather permits. Guys that are going out there are actually doing really well. And, and then some of the guys are heading down to Pacifica, and I know the stripers are on the beach. I haven't heard a lot of the guys because they're kind of hush-hush about it, but you could go over there to Pacifica in the evenings and at night and throw like a 2-ounce spoon, throw it out, rip it in the breakers, and catch a lot of stripers. You get some big ones, but I haven't heard anybody taking that trip down to Pacifica, with the live anchovies like we used to do all the time, and free line them, and man, we used to catch the heck out of them. But if you're looking to go halibut outside the gate and your boat's not big and you've never done it before, you're better off to hook up with one of the guys out there. Cal Don on James Smith is one, Jay Lopes, Ricky Acosta, Steve Mitchell. You could just Google their names and they'll come up on your computer. You can give them a call and get out there. Inside the bay, they're still catching some halibut, but they're not real big. They're smaller. The bigger grade are outside the gate. And the striper action inside the bay has been crazy too. When you find them on the rocks and you get a fast tide, you can catch the heck out of them. But they're been a little bit small. The grade, a couple months ago they were getting nice ones, and then now it kind of shrunk up because I think them bigger ones went out the gate and headed south. So you could always go get a limit of 5 to 7 pound stripers in the bay on a good tide, drifting live anchovies. Stripers in the Delta, North Delta, where I've been the last 3 days. I caught 2 on Monday, and Tuesday we caught 1, and today nothing. So a lot of those stripers have vacated here. I heard some guys that are fishing in the evenings and real early morning before light. They were catching some nice ones on glide baits. But, I'm grafting some, but I can't see a whole lot of them. And they're not down here in numbers. Otherwise, I would be catching them. Because a couple months ago last time I was down here 3 weeks ago, I was killing them down here. But they seem to have left. So, anyway, if you want to get out there, the halibut's probably the number one thing right now. And probably rock fishing if you can find someone that's going out there. Like I said, kokanee fishing. I've been to New Melones, Buller's Bar. I've been to Pardee. Last week I went to Pardee 3 times. And every time I went to Pardee, we hooked 40 or 50. But I had kids with me and we lost a lot of them. But, those fish were anywhere from 40 down to 70 feet. At Buller's Bar, same thing. Everything's been down, pretty deep because of the water temperature. I think they're down in that depth down there where it's tolerable for them. So bass fishing in the lakes around here has been really good. Don Paganelli has been doing really good at Berryessa on top water. Rick Teague showed me a photo of a friend of his that was up there in the evening, and he looked like he had 5 for probably close to 30 pounds, and he was getting them on top water. And Don's been doing really well. I think he's been getting them up to 4 or 5 pounds on top water in the morning. And then he said after that it kind of dies, and you have to go to the little Kitex or drop shot to catch them. But I'm sure you could go to a lot of the lakes right now and do pretty well. Had a friend that was up at Clear Lake, and the glide bait bite has been pretty decent. Where you could go out and get 5 to 10 fish. But they're good grade fish, no monsters, but they're getting some up to 8 pounds. So all the lakes, as far as bass fishing, it's you could probably hit anywhere and catch them. The bass, there's actually 2 frog tournaments coming up here in the Delta. One this Saturday with I think UFC, which is Future Pro, and then I know Tournament Frog has one the week after. The last 3 days, I've been throwing frogs for about maybe 50 casts each day. One day I had 2 blow-ups, one day I had 1 blow-up, and yesterday I had no blow-ups. But I'm not fishing real productively what I would call frog water. You know, I'm just picking it up when I see a mat and throwing it and tossing it on there and see if I can get one. But it's been tough. So, you know, good luck, guys, on that frog tournament. Trout. It's been usually this time of the year, you know, all the trout stuff, we usually hang it up. But Big Nate, I got to hand that guy some credit because he's been catching a lot of them at Berryessa still. Posting numbers every day. The guy goes every day, he's got clients, and he's posting big numbers of those Eagle Lake trout. And those things are really good eating. So he's the only guy that I know of that, you know, are actually doing real good on trout. All the lakes quit planting, obviously, long ago because it's too warm. And it's just something I put all my trout stuff away and have no interest. Crappie fishing. It's a little bit tough. I hear some guys that have been catching them. The last time I went was a month ago. I was up at Berryessa and I did pretty good. But usually I hang them up right now because you have to fish for them so deep. And I got too many other things to do, so I'll go, and then in the fall when the water temperatures start dropping, then I'll head back up and start doing a lot of crappie fishing. So one of the things is, guys, when you're headed out on Saturday morning, you could tune in on the AM dial on 1140 and Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman's. I'm with Kent and Seps. I'm on every Saturday at 6:40 a.m. giving you a report, you know, if something changes between now and then. And then usually on the first Saturday of the month, I go in the studio, and it's a lot of fun because I get in there, you know, you get the headphones on, and you're talking to everybody and see what's going on, and it's just a good time. I really enjoy it. And then, you know, if you guys got any problem or you're looking for a new boat, give Gone Fishing Marine a call. They do everything. They repair trolling motors, they repair your downriggers, they do everything. They sell new equipment, fish finders, they install them. And, you know, if you want a new boat, go over there. He's got a big assortment over there. So, guys, if you like this video, hit that like, please subscribe. And if you want, leave me a comment and I'll get back to you in 2 or 3 days. And then also I want to tell you guys, you know, I'm still doing the consulting. I've been really busy doing electronics. So, you know, if you guys got a booking order with me, you have to contact me and then, you know, we could set something up. So, you know, if you have a booking order, you put your deposit down. Don't wait for me to call you because you'll be waiting for a long time. You need to contact me and then we'll make some arrangements. So thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next week.